Hello everyone, my name is Klutys and welcome to the Iron Bars. I have not said this in a very long time. Guys, I know I have been AWOL for months on end already. Things just happened. I think life just happened. If you guys remember the last time I had lost somebody and my mind kind of like went haywire. And there were other things as well that I was trying to focus on, including my main channel. I felt like it needed my attention in as much as this channel also needed attention. I just want to say I am sorry for being absent for all these months, but I am back. I believe that I'm going to be consistent from this point on because I do have videos that are already lined up on this channel, some very interesting cases. However, though, I am going to say something towards the end of the video. What are the changes that I've decided to make on this channel? But right now, there's a case that is going on of an English teacher by the name of Kristen Klutys, who was murdered while jogging. So this is a case that is currently happening in South Africa. Yes, a suspect was arrested and also brought before a court, and his bail was denied, but we are going to talk about all of that. I did divide this case into 8 parts so that we get to understand what exactly is going on here. And there are a lot of talks that are going on in the public about the suspect, who is now an accused. Some people are not convinced that he's the right person that the police caught. Other people believe that he's the right person that the police caught for this particular murder. And my own opinion, I am going to voice them out during the course of this very case, probably during the trial, because right now all the details are still quite sketchy. So I'm not quite sure what's going on and I don't want to make any assumptions. All what I'm going to be saying here are allegations thus far. So let's get into this case, and basically I'm making a commentary here. It's not my usual videos where I am telling you a story of a case that was actually resolved. This is still currently happening. There are a number of cases that are still currently happening in the country that I will also be covering on this channel, but that's a conversation for the end of this video. So what exactly happened? Around the 29th of October 2023, a young lady by the name of Kristen Klutys, who was part of a running club in the area of Sandton called MyRun. So basically MyRun is a group of runners that live in Sandton, and now and again they host an event where they go running as a group. The reason why they run as a group is so that they are safe, because there are some incidences where runners in South Africa are being targeted by criminals. I remember when I used to jog, I once met a group of 3 guys. They kind of like grabbed me while I was jogging and they pinned me down. And while they pinned me down, they were basically looking at the clothes I was wearing, including my running shoes. And they burst out laughing because they realized that the clothes that I was wearing were worn out. I had holes between my thighs. I had holes in the soles of my running shoes because they were quite old. And so I used to put like pads so that the sole of my feet does not touch the ground, and the friction between the tar and the sole of my feet do not meet each other. And so one of the guys was like, why don't you buy new shoes? Because now we're stopping you for something like this. And I did not understand at first what exactly was going on. Then I realized later on that, oh, these days runners, or joggers for that matter, they have gadgets on them. They have very, very expensive gadgets like watches, like cell phones, and all these gadgets that basically track your performance. Those are the things that they are looking for, including running shoes, because sometimes people that jog, they wear expensive running shoes like Nike and all those sort of brands, as well as some very expensive running clothes or gym clothes for that matter. They basically strip you naked and take all those stuff away, leaving you stranded in the middle of goodness knows where. So I believe that in this situation, this is exactly what had happened to Kristen Klutys. So like I said, on the 29th of October 2023, Kristen Klutys was with a group of her fellow runners. Unfortunately, this particular day, Kristen decided to walk fast rather than jog with the group. So she was left behind by probably a few 100 meters, while those that were jogging probably disappeared in a jogging trail in Parkmore, Sandton. So if you don't know anything about Sandton, probably you may have heard that Sandton is the richest square mile in Africa. So you can imagine the type of people that live there. Yes, they're quite wealthy. They are your Hamptons type of people, and of course they are moneyed. So when the runners eventually got to where they started, I suppose it's a clubhouse, they realized that Kirsten was not around. However, her clothes or her belongings were still there. So they kind of like rang the alarm with the organizers of the event, and they decided to basically look for her in the jogging trail. And unfortunately, that's when they found her dead body. So of course, it was reported to the police that one of the runners had been killed, and the police got onto the case immediately. And it did not take that long before a suspect was arrested. That was like almost a month after the incident had happened, because on the 28th of November 2023, this is when a suspect was arrested. A 21-year-old student who attended college in Sandton. The college name is Varsity College. I'm not quite sure what he was studying, because I could not find anywhere what studies he was pursuing at Varsity College. The 21-year-old suspect was arrested at his college dorm in Sandton, and he was detained at the Sandton police station. On the 28th of November, the suspect was then brought before court for the first time. In South African law, a suspect's name is not allowed to be publicized until they have appeared in court for the first time. And this is when we learned that the 21-year-old suspect's name is Bafana Mahungela. At the Wynberg Magistrates Court, which is near Alexandra Township, the suspect looked shocked, yet also looked like he had a smirk on his face. He could not believe what he was doing in court, in the dock for that matter. So the court appearance of Bafana Mahungela then sparked a lot of interest among South African citizens, so much so that South African citizens were divided in half. Some thought, no, this boy looks so innocent, there is no way he could have done something like that. He's 21 years old, he is in Varsity College. Varsity College is a private college in South Africa, meaning that he has a whole life ahead of him and probably getting the best education. Others are saying, nah, no, he definitely did it. And there are reasons why some people believe that he did it, and there are other reasons why other people believe that he did not do it, which we are going to get into in the next video. So with me, I always say that the most innocently looking people are the ones that we need to worry about, because that innocence can be sometimes harboring something dark that no one can ever believe once it is unleashed. So I managed to find a newspaper article by IOL about Bafana Mahungela's court appearance for the first time, and I'm going to close this video with this article, and the headline is "Distressed and Shocked, Varsity College Reacts After Student Charged with Kristen Klutys' Murder." Bafana Mahungela, 21-year-old, made his first appearance in the Alexandra Magistrates Court on Tuesday morning, this being the 28th of November 2023. Klutys' body was found dumped on a jogging path in the George Lea Park in Sandton on October 29th. Police made a breakthrough in the murder by arresting Mahungela at a student residence in Parkmore on Sunday afternoon. When approached for comment, Varsity College Sandton campus head Kimberly McIntyre said, "Varsity College is sad to learn of school teacher Kristen Klutys' murder. Our thoughts are with her family. We are distressed and shocked to learn that the person arrested in connection with the murder was a student at an IIE, which is Independent Institute of Education, like private schools and private colleges." Varsity College Sandton McIntyre said, "We can confirm that the student will be suspended pending outcome of a trial, as is our policy. The matter is now in the hands of the South African Police Service. It is unclear what field of studies Mahungela was pursuing." The National Prosecuting Authority said they would be opposing bail. The matter will return to court on December 5th for legal representation. The country is currently observing 16 days of activism of no violence against women and children. This is what the article says, and the irony of it, in most Decembers during this particular event, which is called 16 Days of Activism of No Violence Against Women and Children, women and children get killed the most during that period. I'm not quite sure why this message is not breaking through, but somehow it looks like it's a curse. So the next video is going to be about the bail application of Bafana Mahungela and what he dropped in court. A bombshell. Then left me thinking, well, there's a lot this young man needs to talk about, but I will let you know of my own thoughts as this case continues to progress. So until my next video, stay tuned and be subscribed to the channel, because I am going to be covering this story and making my commentary on it. So like I said, there are going to be some changes on this channel. Instead of me doing what I used to do on this channel, basically bringing you guys true crime stories, I am still going to bring you true crime stories once a week, but during the course of the week, I am going to be covering cases that are currently happening in South Africa, one of which being this very one that I spoke about earlier of Kristen Klutys. I am also going to be talking about another murder. If you remember, I covered a case on Rosemary Ndlovu, who murdered her family for life insurance. Now we have another Rosemary Ndlovu by the name of Agnes, who killed her children, her husband, and several members of the family, including her own niece, for life insurance. And that case is currently also happening, and I'm going to be bringing you the details. There's also another case of a young lady who is a wife who had a police captain husband killed. Guess for what? Life insurance. So those cases are something that I plan to bring to your attention. If you are interested in the cases that are going on here in South Africa, I am definitely going to bring them to your attention. I'm also going to be covering African and international cases as well. Some of these cases, you may have heard them before, but I'm going to give them my own perspective of what I think So I hope you will stick around. Until then, thank you so much, guys, for your patience. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you next time with the next video. Goodbye.